Thanks for watching. Today I'm going to be working on my more on my model for predicting stock returns. Real quick, I'll go over what I have so far. Um, so this is what I've done so far. I retrieved data, cleaned it, performed some basic analyses. Let me move my window out of the way. Perform some basic analyses. Here's a fundamental variables, and then also you can compare a stock against the average for a sector. That's really basic stuff, and nothing's automated there. It's kind of data exploration. And so then I built a model to predict returns. I was able to get some successful models. You see here it's losing to the S&P. Here I got it to get close to the S&P, and I found a strategy that actually worked if I parsed down the number of picks it was making every day. And so you see here 500 picks, it's slightly underperforming S&P. 100 per picks, it's the same as the S&P. Oh, I should move this again. 20 picks, better, significantly outperforming the S&P, and 1 pick is obviously better. So I took a look at that, looked at how does the what's the Sharpe ratio according to the number of picks that I have for each day. You want a Sharpe ratio of above 1, and ideally you'd like something above 1.5, but the 1 is usable. And so the only one that's really usable here is making 1 pick per day. And so then I went through and tried to see, can I improve the Sharpe ratio if I threshold the model output, basically. So instead of just picking everything that's above 0.5 and then getting the best one of those, have a rule where it has to be higher than the threshold. And you see increasing the threshold to 0.51 and 0.52 doesn't really do much for the Sharpe ratio, but increasing to 0.53, suddenly it's a lot better. 0.54 is significantly better. Sharpe ratio of 2.5 is really high. And then if I increased to 0.55, it wasn't making any picks. And this is the output of how the lines performed. Purple is 0.54, blue is 0.53, and red is 0.5. So even though the purple doesn't perform as well as these, we've been in a bull market the last 2 years. This is going over 24 to 20, all of 2024 and all of 2025. And so basically the purple line is a lot more stable and won't get hit as hard in a bull market. But at the end of the day, the returns model I trained was only getting 51.5% directionally accurate. So up versus down prediction, it was slightly better than half, 51.5%. And only making 1 pick per day is not really a robust strategy. So what I decided to do was I need to do a full exploration of different ways of defining the universe for stocks that I'm training the model on. Try a bunch of different ways for training the model, and trying a bunch of different ways for a portfolio method to get returns from the model. The problem is my code's a big mess right now, and so currently what I have going on is a bunch of scripts to get the stock universe, a bunch of scripts to train the model, and then a bunch of scripts to implement portfolio strategies. And so this results in, you can see here, dozens of files, which is really inefficient. And not to mention every new script, every time I want to try a new method to get the stock universe, I either have to overwrite the current method or get a new script. Same thing with the model, and same thing with the portfolio strategies. So before I'm exploring the models more, I'm focusing on the code, and I want to get everything into a single file. So have a stock universe, gonna feed in the clean data that I already have from that. And then I also have some filter classes for getting the stock universe. I feed that stuff into the stock universe. And then this is used to train the model. The model is what I'm building up right now. And then this will be the model will be implemented into the portfolio model. And so at any step in the level, I don't need to make new scripts. I can just test out different things, and I'll document it in this PowerPoint. So Here's my schedule. This is what I'm currently working on. I want to have the code done by February 11th, and then I can start exploring different models. To do that, these are my to-dos. First was finish universe class. I was behind schedule, but I did that. Now I'm working on finishing the model class. I was targeting end of yesterday, but that's not going to happen. So, hopefully I probably won't get it on this stream, but hopefully I can get it tomorrow. And then I want to finish the portfolio stuff by February 8th. And I gave myself 3 days of float. I remember here I said I want to have this done by the 11th. So I have 3 days of float, so I have a little flexibility to get behind schedule. Yeah, and this is the documentation of my progress. Really what I'm working on is implementing targets and features into the model. So the universe gets the data and will isolate the data according to the filters I want. And then I have the universe, and then I'm passing that into this stuff. It's the universe for stocks, and now I'm writing the model class. And so basically there's, again, this is all possible features and targets. So it's almost like not infinite, but a lot of different things that I want to add to the data. And the problem is there's kind of two different strategies. I can calculate everything independently. The concern with that is it could be really inefficient and take a long time to run the code. Whereas if I did everything at the same time, it could be a lot faster. The problem with doing everything at the same time is then there's only, 5 columns in the data frame. Date, open, high, low, close, volume. Okay, 6 columns in the data frame. And so if I add all of these, that would go from 6 columns to probably over 100 columns, or maybe like 50 columns or something like that. And the data frame has 200. Just on this test, the data frame for testing will have over 1 million rows. So over 1 million rows with 6 columns is a lot different from over 1 million rows with 50 or 60 columns. And that's going to take up a lot of space on my disk. Although that would be way simpler. So that's kind of what I'm trying to troubleshoot right now. Do I want to generate everything all at once and then select it later? Or do I want to put everything into different classes? And the other thing is if I put things into classes, this is really testable in code. I can test sort of each thing that I'm trying to get, and it's isolated. If I want to go in and change something or fix something, that's easily doable. If it's getting all these things in one function, that's not going to be as doable. Yeah, so at the end of my last stream this morning, I put that question into here. So this agrees with me. Initialization with all features. Your strategy, iterative class is good. This is essentially the pipeline pattern. So I was looking at scikit-learn pipeline. I guess the AI overview would be fine. So let's see. Sorry for the wrong things that I've done. Sorry, and I'm not always there for my son. Because I'm in the streets like every day. Did not say. And I'm not too blind to look. Even though you might not show. Then it's just a shame on me. It's warm in here. Wow, what is taking us so long? You heard from Dad? Let's just go through and start adding the features. Where did I put the PowerPoint? TAlib feature. Oh. Yeah, but that's okay. Oh, I should put a comment in the chat. There we go. So I want to pass through valid features. What is it? Technical analysis TAlib. The TAlib feature class, for example, is flexible and allows me to name the model. Oh, whoa, this is still thinking. This is some error. I could add that into a wrapper for the model later, actually. All right, pass. So now I'm gonna. So I made this kind of more complicated on myself, but that's okay. And so then I should only have to import the variable I wanna get with, I guess I could just import everything. If it ends up being slow, I can optimize later. Name feature. If num days if num days is negative, we are getting a feature. If num days is positive, we are getting a target. Okay, so here we can say self.is feature is equal to true. And then detailed name is that. Okay, so let's say I guess I do it in analysis. Okay, so that's stuck for some reason. I guess I could just start with having one feature. Okay, so if we're getting the lag return, what does that mean? It's like over the last 5 days, so Let's call this pass. We also want a function that tests whether the data frame is valid. If for valid key in date open so we'll say is valid is equal to true. So then for valid key and date open OH high low close volume. Is it volume or vol? The transform to visions effect that you saw the world. Be the one here talking to me, be the one listening, but I am my popping bottles and tipping. Bartending and stripping, baby, so don't be mad, nobody else tripping. I seen a lot of crooks, and them crooks still took you, see I had a lot of crooks. Get data from stock finder. Oh, how did I end up moving that? I want clean data and clean analysis. Clean tests, let's put it over at the beginning. Let's exit out of all these. This is just crap I don't need. I want you to know. Alright, good. Now back to clean tests. Oh, we need a date, account symbol, open, high, low, close, volume. So we also need a count symbol. So here we should pass in a data frame. If valid key is not in df.keys, print function string valid key not found in data. And then also is valid, we'll flip to false. Okay, and then it returns a Boolean. Okay, then we have self.detailed name is that. Now, if we want to get the lag return, get basic attributes. I'm going to hold on that for now, actually. df has to be pd.data frame. Numdays has to be an integer. Instead of being gracious, I'm violating a major weight. Okay, so this is not close/last, it's just close. Close. So the log return over the previous day, the close divided by the previous close. All right, so then we have log returns. Shift 1. Here's my line where I get log returns. If I want to get 5-day log returns, can I just if I want to get 5-day log returns, can I just change the one argument in the shift function to 5 question mark? And what's important with depositing the checks into your bank account and you up out of poverty? Prioritizing horribly, unhappy with the rich because you're rich morally. Oh, so this is log return is easy. So we could just say df of self.detailed name. And I could just return this. I'll call this result. And then return results. My life. Okay, so now let's add basic feature test is equals 1. Bright new city and my whole team with me tonight. Okay, so everything that needs to happen in the get function, anything that is the same across all features and targets, like test that the data frame has the proper keys, that should be added in here. Okay, so back to the PowerPoint. Price momentum. Okay, so I guess I should test it first. So test basic feature. Everything's gonna be alright. That did work, didn't it? Oh yeah, so this works. I guess I put that plot in. Oops. How did that go there? Alright, so if we test the basic feature, we want to say feature, let's get the data. And then we could say feature is log return. And then we could call the parent function, so we could just do self.retrieve data. df num days, and then we could just add it to the data frame. Then we could say here result is this. And then we could just say oh, I guess we do need to get the result first. That will run the get function. That will rewrite the name. Retrieve data. Okay, so then the name will be changed when I run that. Then we could say df of self.detailed name. Oh, that should be a function string. Oh no, it doesn't even need to be a string at all. That's already a string. is equal to result. So now when we initialize a variable, when we initialize log return, that will just give the data frame. Let's see. It will do retrieve data. Oh, and then return df. Let's see, but then if I initialize it, I don't want to do this actually. So you can't really do it in a single line, but we don't want to if we're passing it. We don't want to do any calculations before we pass in. We just want to say the features we want. So get rid of that. Feature equals log return, and then retrieve data. df is equal to feature dot retrieve data. df, and let's get the 5-day log return. Is feature is true. That, oh no. Oh yeah, we don't know if it's feature or not. So that should default in the initial class. Name. Oh, why did I add that? Oh. Because when you initialize the variable, you should specify whether it's a feature. Well, are we predicting the return? Yeah, we are. So return could be a feature or target. So we could put that in here. Self dot is feature is equal to false if num days is greater than 0, else true. And then we want to say if num days is equal to 0, raise an exception and say but if we don't have to look back a number of days, are all features looking back? Yeah, you have to get over some number of days. Okay, I could change this later if that changes, but I'm pretty sure num days should always be passed. Where's Buddy? Who's a good boy? You wanna come up? Okay. So num days will be passed. If num days is 0, raise exception. Num days cannot be 0. And this is an integer. Default it to 1. Default to -1. And then num days. So this, good, I have numpy. So num days, not that. We should be np dot. She ain't got a man, but she not alone. np dot array, oh, np.abs, absolute values of how many days back we're looking. If num days is greater than 0, otherwise it's true. Okay. So then when we pass it in, it'll tell if we're looking backwards, it's a feature. If we're looking forwards, it's a target. So df is equal to feature.retrieve data, look back 5 days, and then print df.head. Let's look at the first 30 rows. Data frame is invalid. Okay, so we're not passing the test. Hey, Sir Night Night. Yerp. I'm back. I think I think I'll hit my goal for finishing this script by February 11th. But now I added a feature script. I called it features, but it's getting features and targets for the model. But this will make the model way easier, because when I make the model, I just want to pass in, where is it? A list of features. So say add features and then pass in a list of features, and then it'll add it to the data. Okay, so what's failing is this: date, open, high, low, close, volume, account symbol. Oh, there's no volume. I could have just read the output. No vol. $66. Oh, thanks. Yeah, that'll help me focus. Well, I'm trying to get all possible features, which is all of this stuff. And I'm not going to use it, but when I'm kind of running through the model analysis trying to see what will work, I don't want to have to bother with any coding. I just want to pass in different features and pass in different targets. So this is kind of cumbersome, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Okay. So what's failing? $66. Features line 66. Oh. It's not self.data, it's just df. I think my dog might want out. Buddy. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to get you excited. I thought you wanted out. Oh, but if you're asking what features I currently have, I've just this log return, which doesn't work. But once I make sure that this works, the other ones will go quicker when I add them. No attribute. Oh, so we just want df. All right, 5-day return. Oh, so not that. We want to shift by num days. So if we shift by 1, so I think we want to shift by negative num days. Good. So if we shift it 5 days ahead, it should be a target. So print that, then print is feature, and instead tail. That's what I guessed in my head. I should have just tried it. Okay, so now that I'm passing in a positive integer, that should be false. Good, so true. Is feature is now true. Oh, because it's negative. But if we make it positive, it's now false, but we shouldn't be getting forward returns, so it's doing it the opposite of what it should be doing. So, oh, shift by negative num days. False is feature is false. Yeah. So good. Okay, so let's test feature data frame and target data frame. Feature dot is feature, and then target is equal to log return, and then target data frame is just target dot retrieve data frame 5, and now that should be -5 because it's a feature. Feature dot is feature print feature df dot head. Let's just do the first 10. Then feature dot is feature target df dot tail 10, and then print target dot is feature. Okay. So that should show nan for the first 5. That should be true. That should show nan for the last 5, and then that should be true. Make him angry with this shit. Even name when he's pissed it. All right, so oh no, not nan for the first 5 though. df.head 10, tail 10. Okay, so something's still wrong with this. Shift by the number negative num days. So for shifting by 5 days, there should be nothing. Unless I'll just ask. I pass in -5 to get a feature. I expect the returned data frame from retrieved data should be should have nan in the first 5 columns for the feature. First 5 rows for the feature. If I do +5 to get a target, but all rows of feature have values. If I do +5 to get a target, yeah?
Dinner.
Huh?
Dinner's ready.
Oh. Thanks for dinner, Mom. Eat this, buddy. Good boy. Okay. If I do +5 to get a target, I expect, what do I expect? Oh, to see nan in the last 5 rows of the data frame, and I do. What is the issue? I need a better song. Did I paste that in? Yeah. 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 Cause you're independent and you got my attention. Why would that be an issue? What? Different data frames. Hmm? So is it changing the data frame? Oh. So it's adding it in there, and then data frame's changing. So I'm never going to be doing this to the same. I'm never going to get the same. If I train on the 5-day lag return to get. Oop, sorry, buddy. I'm gonna go get another piece of pizza. Mom, this pizza is really good. What are you guys watching? Are you sad? It's Saturday, there's no Savannah Guthrie coverage? Oh, there's plenty. We're watching the second. but yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. There's a big thing on the internet. And they made it sound ridiculous. Like there's an international pedophile rings meeting at a pizza place. But yeah, that whole thing about the guy who shot it up, and then he's getting taken away. He says, "I guess I was wrong. I got fooled." And he happens to shoot the hard drive was shot. Well, I need a Dr. Pepper too. Is it okay if I have another Dr. Pepper? Yeah. Which one? Two pieces of one. I folded mine in half. So that was four. Good pizza, Mom. Okay. What's the issue here? Oh yeah. Getting money. Why you wanna take my money? Okay, this problem's gonna come up later, so I should try to solve it. Here, buddy. Let's just make sure this works first. Moolah, baby. Get high until the sunrise. Okay, so this works correctly. Okay, so this should happen. All features will have this. Slow down to earth. I'm bringing gravity back. So passing num days here. What's the issue? Oh, when I call it here. So Okay, so that works. Now when I'm naming it, get detailed name, and then appendix is equal to T if self dot is feature is equal to true. If is feature is false. Otherwise, make it a F for feature. Underscore appendix. And then this we can add in to the beginning. And then here we can just say self.get detailed name. And I appreciate you, baby. Good. So if we do the return, then the feature, then it gets added to it. Otherwise, don't do anything at the end. Even though it's written on us. I'll be in all of the good days. All right, good. So that logic works. That's all in the parent class. Get detailed name. So we're giving it a name. So that could actually go. I'm pretty sure that could be the first thing we put right here. Good, that's super easy. Okay, so we have log return. Now let's add in. Now I can run through. I'm just gonna add everything. So, and then test it later. So. All right. Hey, buddy, that's all I got, man. I ain't got nothing more. I mean, just copy and paste. And that's just a big nightmare of a class. So log return. Oh, we need log returns. Oh. So the name is like volatility underscore number of days, and then D, and then another underscore. Okay, whatever. We might not want, but first we want to look to see if it's in the data frame. Yeah, whatever, that's just confusing. Okay, so for get, I want to pass in self, df, same thing. Bunch of cops outside. It's the police. Oops. I don't know, I'll start doing this and then later we can go in and figure out oh, so we need log, yeah. So we need the log returns for every day. Why would it use... Oh no, I don't need... I already have detailed name. What are you whining about, buddy? I don't even have nothing else. I think there's onions on here. If there's onions, you can't have any. Okay, let me get the onions. Here you go. Okay, so first get the log return. No one cares about that crap. Got me listening. Okay, so let's highlight the ones that I have. Any better vibes? Yeah, that's what I want. I can hear design is calling. I can hear perk is calling. Okay, so let's add that to the data frame. Roll up, hop out the car, and squeeze the trigger. Daily log return, so it's just log return dot rolling window is equal to minus num days dot std. Bitch, don't get too comfortable. Better not get too comfortable. Serving a bulletproof coupe. Yeah, gotta go shoot out the roof. Yeah, turbo 63. Shot it look like a knees. I keep it a G. Louis V. Came with a duffel bag full of moolah. Yeah. Pandas worries a value error because a rolling window size must be a positive integer. Oh, you have to shift. Bitch, don't get too comfortable. Okay, so got thank for the team. Results equals result. So it's shifting the result after. So if we do rolling, it'll always get volatility over the last 5 days. Yeah, that makes sense. So np.abs shift or rolling absolute value of number of days, and then if num days is greater than 0, shift forward if a target. So if this volatility. So I am actually going to add that to test features because I'm not confident it works. Let's go 5-day volatility, lowercase. All right, so that should also be nan for that one. Good. Okay, so we've got volatility, target, and feature. Forward volatility is done. What the hell is range ratio? True range. Okay. What the hell is that? Sum of each true range. Okay. So what functions are in TALib? I guess that's the only way. Read the source code. So you do from TALib. So it has all functions. She fell on the way up. Fastest car is Zoom. Cases fume. Oh, okay. This should be pretty easy. ATR. TA function. So should it have the same name? I'm gonna get the Midas touch. Oh, I think it's as simple as that. Okay, what's the feature I want to make now? Oh, ATR, simple and exponential moving averages. There's no simple moving average. Oh, SMA. Okay, so if I want to make a general class, let's forget about this. I mean, those are probably in there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to map them somehow. Yeah, I'll just do this. So far valid SMA, volatility, and log return. Return or ret? Yeah, ret. Now you wouldn't want to predict the future simple moving average. Little duffel bag boy. Simple moving average. Over the last n number of days. popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star. TA lib. So where can I find the documentation? So time period is 30. And chase the law and take some more. It rains, it pours, it rains, it pours. So I need to figure out about this TA lib. So what did I do here? So what if I do this? I came, I saw, I came, I saw. So let's do 30-day moving average and 200-day moving average. And then plot it. So we already have orange, goldenrod. We could do teal. I saw, I came, I saw. So that's 13-day simple moving average. This is 200-day simple moving average. Okay, no more. Okay, let's go turn that one on. Take out that. All right, so that does work. Hold, I hear her spirit. All right, so this is going to be really redundant. SMA num days. Just pass the name of the function we want. All right, then give the number of days and name. So then when we're getting the variable, imagine pulling up to your school in the best car. I mean, yeah, okay. So this is actually going to be a lot quicker than I thought, because we can just pass the TALib variables, and then I just have to get the function names. So get you mad or not? Yes, we could just make this explicit. We could say if self dot name not in talib functions dot keys raise exception function not present in talib functions function dict. Okay, so otherwise we want to say my function is equal to talib functions of self.name, and then we want to say result. I didn't finish this. Well, if this works, I just delete that. Okay, so result is my function of df what did I pass through here? So you have to pass through the close. Should be, is everything calculated on the close? Yeah, I think so. You ain't got a choice. Result is my function of df.close. And then comma time period is equal to np.abs so it's something in my cup. Candlestick pattern function. Okay, so I could add that in later, because those all start with CDL, Hilbert transform. I just poured something in my cup. I've been wanting something I can feel. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I want to look at all. How do I look at all functions in Python? I want a list of all functions with time period as an input. Haunted bands, fuck it, man. Let's not even discuss it, man. Good. All right, let me put this into the PowerPoint. Okay, let's make this a nested dictionary. Oh, take that out. Okay. And then we say time period functions. Percocet, Molly Percocets. Okay, so then for, what do we call this? Sub dict in this has func is equal to true, is equal to false. For subdict in that, if has func is equal to true, if self.name in has func is true if self.name is in subdict dot keys. Otherwise, leave it untouched. And then we can say if has func is equal to false, oh damn, no, we didn't need all that. What am I doing? Okay. That was fine as is. Then get the function on close and then time period. So then we need to, so we're getting the result, but then we need to shift it. Oh, wait, hold up. We need to organize by the, oh, damn. So we need to only get the, we need to sort by the, oh, what am I? Okay, let's think. So this will work if we have a single variable. Will the talib functions work on multiple variables? What did I do here? Damn. So this will only work if it's, that's just not gonna work. Let's look what the data looks like. Okay, import pandas is PD. Not works, looks. How can I fix the classes so that they return the correct values? So get retrieve data. Calculate future target, show data is grouped by symbol. So first the values are sorted by account symbol. Self.get. So get must be changed. Okay, so let me add this in. So if this is already done, I'll just do the same thing again. That's not the worst thing in the world. Retrieve data. Well, that's in here. All right, retrieve data. Oh. Okay, so instead of doing .shift, so you get the whole thing, np log of df dot of close divided by shifted close. Okay. So let's do this shifted close. So we could take out the shifts, and then we're just doing np.log of df close divided by shifted close. Yep, same thing that's going on there. And then inside of volatility, transform applies the function to each group individually and preserves the index. Okay, so then this replaces log return. Result equals log return dot rolling. Window is number of days. Oh. So we have grouped close, daily log return. Then we could add this. Okay. Okay, return result. How do we do the shift? If num days is greater than 0, shift it. All right, so let's see if that previous function still works. And then if we test indicators, so log return 5 days, forward log return 5 days, target, feature target, volatility 5-day feature or target. Oh yeah, this is good. df.where df.date is less than equal to pd.timestamp. I forgot. How does that work again? Good. Year, month, day. Where this and also we also want where df.date is, we could say less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. And then we also want to get where df.date is less than or equal to, so let's just do 1 month, day 30. Okay, and then also where df.account symbol is equal to Pfizer. And then we could say plt.plot sub df.date sub df. Log return 5-day feature. Five-day feature, and then that's it. And label is equal to 5-day lagging returns, and then lagging log returns. And then let's do the same thing. Okay. Fig is equal to plt dot figure ax log return axis is equal to fig dot add subplot 111, and then volatility axis is equal to log return axis dot twin x, and then log return axis then we're plotting it, 5-day future log returns, and then price axis dot plot Okay, then just label price x dot set x label. Buddy, are you having a bad dream? It's okay. It's okay, don't worry. Okay, then price x dot set y label. And then log return x dot set y label, log return. And then we can say make the title Pfizer log So I think I slowed it way down because it's sorting every time. Divide by 0. Oh. How do I do multiple conditions at once? Oh, I was just used to doing a list. This is taking forever. Why is this stuck? Hmm. What? So I didn't plot. Oh. 5-day future should be target. And then price ax dot plot date and close. Label is close price. Loc in zip. That guy we want to zip to the locs. So the colors are off, but for the price we could just say color equals magenta. And basically I want to make sure that these don't look crazy. And they don't. Although, oh yeah, that's the 5-day lagging log returns. So log return over the past 5 days. Oh, I can't tell what's what. All right, I'm gonna run this again, but I think it's working. But each feature, that's gonna take forever if I want to do like 20 features. So I think I slowed it down somehow. I'm gonna need to speed it up. Oh, it didn't update. Okay, does this make sense? So drops down, but it never drops down too much. Five-day future log returns. Let's just see if the AI has any input on this. Today, yeah, today's still the 7th. So what's the next thing I did? Demonstrated lagging and future log returns works correctly. Let's see if the target log return over the next 5 days, log return over the previous 5 days. Yeah, so it should have a 5-day lag. Next 5 days. Next 5, so if we're on this week, if we're on this week and the week hasn't started, then the target, the future returns will be from this week. And yeah, so 5-day offset. Lagging return should be 5 days behind. So lagging returns here. On the 6th. Then where is it on the 11th? And then the 11th is here. Future returns. Well, that's not correct. Those don't match. Yeah. No, they're not the same. Unless they start at different places. The lagging return plus 5. But this goes down before, I don't know. Okay, I'm at the rate limit. I think that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching, Sir Night Night, assuming that's you. I'm just gonna, I need to update this. So I can say tried to demonstrate. But something is wrong. Lag returns should be 5 days behind future returns, but they are, yeah, that's not right. Okay, so these I said I have working, but I actually don't have them working yet. Okay, so now I'm 2 days behind again. Okay, now I just need to update the GitHub. What the hell is that? I'm not gonna add that yet because it didn't change too much. Okay, so thanks for watching. That's it for tonight. Tune in next time. Sir Night. I'm I was gonna make a Discord today and then have it for the stream tonight, but I didn't get around to it, so I'll make that tonight or tomorrow, and then I'll put that in the comment section and description of the video, and then join it, and we'll see if we could get other people to join, and we could talk about that. Could be where I get distracted, and here I can focus. Anything else? No, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Adios.